Hello, it's me from the future, or the past, since you're watching this in the future. Anyway, I'm just making this as a sort of intro slash disclaimer. What you're about to see is very raw. It's not very scripted, edited, anything like that. I hope to do more stuff like that in the future. I didn't have time, and I really wanted to get my first video out there, so hope you enjoy. It's not the best quality, but bear with me and I'll try to get you some better stuff in the future. Bye! Hey, how's it going? So, today we will be making tzatziki sauce. We will be making it with Greek yogurt, a lemon, mint, and dill. We don't have any cucumber today because I forgot to buy it. So, easy peasy, start with some Greek yogurt, which we are just gonna get rid of all this mess. Stirring it up. Yep. Alright, now you take your Greek yogurt, you plop it in here. I'm gonna use probably like half the container. That's probably like, I don't know, 2 to 2.5 cups, somewhere around there. So that's our Greek yogurt. Now we have our lemon. We're just gonna slice it real quick. Oh, squeeze. Make sure there's no seeds getting in here because that's gonna be nasty. I feel like this is already just falling apart, but you know, it's kind of supposed to, right? That barely smells like dough. It barely smells like dough. That doesn't make sense. Dill is supposed to be freaking pungent, man. Alright, I'm gonna take pretty much half of my supply of dill here, which is like 1 stalk of it. And then I'm gonna take some of this mint right here. Probably 2 parts dill to 1 part mint is what I have here. I'm going to actually take the leaves off of the mint. We have our mint leaves. A really good trick that I'm probably not going to be able to show you very well on here is you kind of bunch up the mint. You bunch it up real tight, and then you just give it a good old while trying not to destroy any of your fingers or other appendages. So once you have that roughly chopped or finely chopped, however you want it chopped, we are going to throw that into our tzatziki. Now we're going to do pretty much the same thing with the dill, and then it's good to go. Quick, simple. I'm going to add some salt. You kind of just eyeball it. It's probably good. Probably too much if I'm honest. I don't know. Once we mix this up, I'll give it a taste and we can see what we need to add. So a huge part of cooking is tasting along the way to make sure it's how you want it. Because most things in cooking you can fix. Most things. That's about what we're looking for. It's got like some tanginess, some pop, some flair. I'd say that is tzatziki sauce that's good and done. So, first things first, what we're making here is some hummus. Now, there are thousands of recipes for this, but they're generally all the same. You have garbanzo beans or chickpeas, which are these, lemon, tahini, olive oil, salt, and garlic. And I roasted my garlic because I wanted a more robust flavor, but you don't have to. I'm just gonna smash it. It doesn't matter because it's gonna go in the food processor, which will grind it up anyway. What I've heard is that if you throw in the tahini first, so the order of operations might actually matter with this. I don't know. I haven't tested this method, so that is what I'm doing now. Okay, toss the clove in. This is used up. So, from what I've heard, toss that in there. Not half a lemon, but half the lemon, as we've done 1,000 times so far. Lemon juice, watch out for seeds. So you want the lemon juice from whole lemon. It's kind of a lot of lemon juice. Oh, do you know what tahini is, by the way? It's literally just sesame seed. It's just ground up sesame seed. That's all it is. And surprisingly, very difficult to find in certain areas for unknown reasons. So what I've heard is instead of adding all this together and then blitzing it, is to add the tahini, lemon juice, and if you want, the garlic. And then blitz it, and then add the garbanzo beans, the olive oil. So let's see what happens. This is gonna be loud. This is a food processor. There is a difference between a food processor and a blender. And what is that difference? I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't completely tell you, but there is a difference. Okay, so now I'm going to add the garbanzo beans. Oh, I don't want these to go everywhere. Come on. Did you hear that? I don't know if the mic will pick it up. Okay. So garbanzo beans, olive oil, and then blitz. And we should have our basic hummus here. Gotta love that sound. Alright, so what we do now is we're just gonna kind of scoop around here. And you saw what I did is I added some water because it was not the consistency I want. If it's very dry and very not appetizing looking, it needs more water. Okay, let's taste it for taste. Taste is there. I'm still not sure if I'm happy with the texture. I think I might blitz it one more time. Yeah, I'll give it one more blitz. I thought about adding some more water, but I think as it is, it's fine. Is the assumption I'm gonna make anyway. So, yeah, I'm actually going to get this into a container and then I'll see you soon. Alright, I believe we're back again for the 1,000th time. Yes. Okay, so what do we have actually going on here? We have some whole wheat flour, 4 cups of it. We have yeast and sugar. And these just go in here. Boop boop. And then we stir it together. Try not to, like, you know, full on destroy this thing, because the flour is just gonna go everywhere. Okay. So from what I understand is this is salt, this is oil, that's water. What we're gonna do now is add all this and stir it together, and then comes the kneading, which, you know, I don't know if I need to like powder the surface, or I honestly don't know how that works. It is kind of starting to make a dough. I don't know if it's at this point that I need to start getting all handsy with it, or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and start getting handsy with it. See what happens, because I don't even know at this point. This is not my area of expertise. I'm just gonna get in there and see what it's like. It's wet. That's what it's like. And also dry, somehow. But it's actually coming together, so that's good. I'm just gonna push it together until hopefully it does something. Yeah, really get those fibers developing. Yeah. Just fold it over, squish it down, fold it over again, squish it down. I feel like I've been kneading for an age now, and it's still exactly where it was 2 hours ago. I mean, every time I think that it's coming together, it just starts falling apart again. But then it comes back together, so it's like, I honestly have no idea what's happening. Excuse me. At what point do you add more liquid? I mean, I know you're supposed to keep just kneading it until it all combines, but like if it doesn't all combine, what do you do? How do you know when it's reached that point? Man. I'm just gonna stand on this and hope I don't break the table. So is this supposed to be left over? This is the part I have no idea about. Yeah. So when they did this, it looked like this was wet, you know? Like, it had a wet texture to it. Mine looks pretty dry. Well, okay. I think I'm gonna stop here, call that dough ball complete. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna sweep all this into here, say it never happened, and move on. And move on. Oh, hey, hi, how's it going? So, now we have the meat prep part, okay? So what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be making a brine. And what this is gonna do for us is it's gonna tenderize the meat, and it's also gonna flavor the meat. So it's gonna give it a really nice Mediterranean style thing going on, right? So I have quite a few packs of chicken breast, which I know someone's out there No, a lot of people do not like to mess with this stuff. It's icky, it's gross, it's fucking delicious, and this part does suck, but it's worth it. It really is. So what I'm doing here, how I've seen this done before, is they cube it, right? They cube up the meat and they will throw it in a big bag and brine it. That is not gonna be me because I don't have anything to grill it like that. So what I'm doing is I am taking each breast individually, and man, it's really hard. Be careful about this. Don't make sure you don't have meat juice on one of your hands, because you can get salmonella real easy that way. What the heck was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying, but basically, yeah, I'm halving these because that's how I can grill it. And then I'm tossing it in a bag. And that's really all there is to it. Because, yeah, the cube method requires you to have skewers, and not only skewers, but you have to have a grate or pan available for you to be able to cook it right. And what I'm going to be cooking in is that. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That. So what that is an air fryer, which may or may not be completely obvious to you. So I'm trying my best here to have wet hand, dry hand technique, which if you don't know, it's kind of what I sort of explained, where you have one hand that touches all the goopy chicken mess, right? And then you have one hand that's the clean one that you can use to manipulate literally everything else that's not chicken. Alright, and we're done. Nice, fuck. My kitchen's a mess. Good thing I got some shots of this before I just knocked it over. But yeah, this is the finished product. The pitas, they actually turned out okay. And here's the finished product. I have some close-up that are way better if you can't see here. But it's time to taste test this. So. Holy crap. So worth it. Wow. I can't tell you how good this is. Wow. You have to try this. Wow. It's like an explosion of flavor. So like what I'm getting is like I'm getting a lot of tang and a lot of like pop and freshness. Because like I have lettuce, tomato, onion in here. I covered it in tzatziki sauce. And then you have the chicken that was sitting in that brine. It's so good, and the pitas are good too. It has like a crunch to it that you wouldn't think, cause like it's not a bad crunch. It's not like super hard and crunchy, but it's got like a nice crispiness to it that really adds to it. But yeah, I haven't tried the pita or the hummus. Sorry. Let me. I'm just gonna set this back here in the makeshift holder that I made. It's not gonna work. That's okay. I know my kitchen is a complete disaster now, and I'm okay with that. The hummus. So I realized that I didn't salt the hummus. So that's a little disappointing, but let's give it a try. Man, that's good. You want some? You have to make it.